Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy. What is up guys, this is your boy Andy Matrix. Welcome to my channel. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. And for today's dose of video games, I got something really cool for you guys. It is something that came in that I saw, and I don't know if you and I should believe it 100%, but if you're into Final Fantasy and Square Enix games, then you should pay attention. So, you probably already know about the Nvidia list of games that were leaked. So, some games that were supposed to be coming for 2022 in 2023, PC games. Most of them were PC games. Okay. Most of them were PC games, right? And on that list, on that leak list, there was a couple of Final Fantasy games, a lot of Square Enix titles that you should know about. And first of all, I want to know, like, how weak is Nvidia's security system that somebody was able to hack it and get the list of games out there? That's what I want to know. And I'm guessing this is probably one of those things where either the company is kind of like doing it on purpose, right, to see what people want to play, or somebody actually hacked Nvidia and released this list. Either way, it's out there, but there is some evidence that I want to show you guys that's really convincing that this is really happening. And well, first of all, it showed up on instantgaming.com. And in case you haven't heard of Instant Gaming is basically, it's a platform, it's a website that sells games both for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC games. They usually set it at a discounted price, right? Usually set at a discounted price. And you buy it, and then you can like get the license for it, the license for the game, and you're able to download the game first on the PC, depending on what platform you bought the game for. There's a different way of like downloading and installing it and playing it for your console or PC, right? Okay, now take a look at this. So this was listed on the instantgaming.com. I was just scrolling and I found it. Final Fantasy IX Remake. It was just there, listed on the website. And if you take a close look, it says Epic Games release 2023, right? It says for PC Epic Games and the Steam store. So it looks like the game is gonna be for both, Epic Games and Steam, but it's listed here, and I don't know if this was a mistake, if this was fake, if this was intentional, but after seeing the list of Nvidia games that were leaked, the games that were leaked, it's kind of hard not to believe this. But why is it on instantgaming.com? That's my question. I mean, I know they sell PC games, but why isn't it on Epic Games or the Steam store? That's the question. But they also got Final Fantasy Tactics. They have Final Fantasy Tactics listed as a game that's going to be released, right? As a game that's going to be released sometime 2022, 2023. Also for the PC, they also have Chrono Cross Remastered. Any old PlayStation gamers out there for PlayStation 1, remember that? Chrono Cross? Pretty cool game by Square Enix. I used to love that game, right? And not only that, but there's also, Kingdom Hearts 4. Yes, Kingdom Hearts 4 is also listed here. And it says it's going to be for the Epic Game Store release date 2022. Now, the release date is obviously bullcrap. Then the Kingdom Hearts 4 is not going to come out on 2022. That's total BS. Okay, that's total BS. It's way too soon, and it takes Square Enix, much longer to release a game. Like that, right? Because right now Square Enix is focusing on Final Fantasy VII Part 2, and then they're going to focus on Kingdom Hearts, right? That's what the Sunomura said. You know, so if anything, Kingdom Hearts 4 is not going to come out until 2024. You know, at least that's what I think. You know, that gives it like 3 more years for Square Enix to work on it. So, is this 100% legit? I don't think so. But after seeing the list of games that were leaked by Nvidia, it's kind of hard not to believe it. Now, here's what I think. This is just my take on it. You know, I think these are games that are in the making. Obviously, these games are in the making. I've talked about the remake for Final Fantasy IX already. How some studio was like planning on making it, right? And Square Enix did make a deal with some company in Europe to make remastered versions of Final Fantasy VIII and other Final Fantasy games. Right? We do know that there's a Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out, but we don't know when. So the fact that it says 2022 is already false. Chrono Cross remastered, yes, I would say that's actually very believable. I mean, Square Enix is pretty much remastering and remaking a lot of their games, a lot of their titles. And hey, I mean, it is the remaster era, you know, the remake, the reboot era, both in video games and Hollywood movies and things like that, and TV shows. You know, they're bringing back titles from the 80s and 90s. It's the era of nostalgia. A lot of companies are just capitalizing on nostalgia. So it would make sense that they want to just remake and remaster a lot of games. So take this with a grain of salt. We know that these games are in the making. We know that there definitely is. I believe that there is a Final Fantasy IX remake that's going to be released. Square Enix has not made it 100, has not confirmed it 100%. But is it gonna come out next year? No. No way it's not gonna come out next year. Final Fantasy 16, we already know what's going on with that. So most likely it's gonna come out 2022, late 2022. We've already seen the trailer for it. We do know that it is gonna come out for the PC, for computer, right? Most likely on Epic Games or Steam, one of those two. Just take this with a grain of salt. Don't believe it 100%. Just know that a lot of these games are in the making, and yeah, that's just how we should be looking at it, rather than just jumping to conclusions and and trying to tell ourselves, oh my God, yes. Try to contain your enthusiasm, people. But that is all for now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like this video and leave a comment below and tell me what you think.